Mhm.
You're going to have to sit closer. You're out of focus. I'm in focus.
You're all in focus.
We're live.
Am I in focus now?
If you're sitting in the same plane as me, you should be. Don't start picking at me.
You've got a little. Stop putting those stupid headphones on you.
Whoa, Mr. Ford.
Tell him to stop giving out to me, Mr. Ford. See, Ian and I are like best pals.
And so it begins.
Christian, will you get me my Gaviscon, please? Thank you.
You know, this records.
I know.
And it's going to be really
It's
loud.
real life. It's on the locker.
It's like, so.
That's what I tried to. Anyways, that way.
I don't think you were trying anything.
Mm.
Laura. Mr. Ford. Is that a new emoji con, is it?
No.
Is it a winky, smiley, winky face, is it?
I think he was basically saying there, do I have to be your friend?
The big one, the small one. The small one is €4, the big one is €8.
I'll have the big one, thanks. And the big one was actually 12 something.
Oh, well then this is €6.
Mm. Thanks, buddy.
Do you want to pay now or like?
Paid you already earlier.
Guys,
Yeah, that was
the podcast has begun. Also, I have to say this because we take down videos, so available on Spotify and Podbean. Anyway, now what are you doing?
I love you.
Smell it.
Hi.
What are you doing? Look.
Can I be the producer guy?
Yeah.
Like speaking?
Hello, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. Producer. Producing.
Christian, now this, you know.
I'm just being the producer, pretend I'm not here.
If only. If only. Now. So, welcome.
I'm surprised there's even two people on this such a lovely evening.
Have you had good weather?
Mm.
Yes, I was out cutting the grass.
I'm one of those people.
I was out cutting the grass tonight, Mr. Ford, and it was I noticed how dry it was. Even the weeds are starting to give up a little bit. I thought I might have to put the sprinkler on. It's been sunny, a little bit of cloud, and dry.
Very
maybe
warm.
Dry, yeah, quite warm. It's supposed to get warm. Oh, look at that! The Yorba's thing on the. What's that? Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah, it says it there. So yeah, so have you guys had nice weather? Let's see. I saw one VW in the last few days. I saw one. I saw a million. Yeah, they're very popular in the UK. I noticed that myself when we were over there. The amount, you wouldn't see as many here. We were away camping last weekend, and we were down in Kilkenny, and I noticed the amount of people who were looking at the elevated roof. They were like, "Wow!" So it's still quite novel here for a lot of people. You could hear
Big white fans are very popular though.
here. Yeah, the motorhomes. And so a lot of people it's still quite novel, and when people see the roof up, and people are saying they're a nice fan and stuff like that as well. And a few people come over. One guy was asking me how much they wear, and so someone actually said that they watched the they watched this.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, they said I actually watch it on YouTube, and they said we recognize the van as you're pulling in. So he just thought it. So whoever you were, you were kind of gone in a flash. So whoever you were,
we didn't think to ask.
Stranger, huh?
We didn't think to
Well,
ask.
I was about to call him back, but he was gone.
You're a bit starstruck, were you?
No, not in the slightest. Now I'm used to it now. You know, I'm used to the fame. And but he was gone in a flash. So whoever you were, thank you very much. And that was saying. So we went camping. So I'm waiting for the video to. The video has uploaded. What fit? What? You can't see it. I haven't released it to the public yet. Probably. So the
the producer was supposed to say silent.
Hey, I'm producing here, so
it's gonna be one of those nights. I'm just waiting for the high definition and the 4K to finish formatting, but it's taken a day so far. It's quite a long video because it's over 3 full days. So it's 3 days in one video. So it's 55 minutes long. So it's
J style.
Yeah, it's long. 50. I've done longer videos over shorter periods. It's quite good, actually. I do like this one, though, I have to say. It's quite good. Cunis. Great weather over there. I was in the Forest of Dean, magic weather, very good. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, it's nice. The weather's nice actually. It's quite dry, more than anything. Although it's lovely evening now tonight. I was actually struggling tonight with the light because it's a little bit bright in here, especially behind you, which is unusual if you consider if you go back a number of days. Like I said, we're in the dead of winter. Like we're doing these. This is the 29th one.
30th.
Oh, 30th, is it? Oh, yes, the 30th. So, but we've been doing it slightly longer than that because we took a break. We've taken a couple of breaks. Yeah, so that would bring us well back. That was towards the end of last year, actually. Because this is week 22 or 3, is it? So that's the thing. What's the guy saying? Was cycling and I'm battered and bruised now. Fair ball to you, though. Heartburn. Heartburn, that's for you, obviously, is it?
Yeah, dying with heartburn.
Dying with heartburn, yeah. You're keeping Gaviscon going. Should have bought shares in the company.
No.
Is it GSK product, is it?
I think it is, yeah.
Used to be, anyway.
It definitely used to
They
be.
change it. They if you want. Laura says hello, Christian.
Reckitt Ben Kaiser, yeah.
They change hands, they do. They're always swelling those brands.
Yeah, I think it used to be GSK.
Oh, sorry.
It auto-corrected. Yeah.
Or your name auto-corrected. Disgraceful.
Cheers.
Not proper capitalization.
So yeah, so it looks like it's just the 5 of us. Yeah. This is very cozy. Everyone's obviously. Who's the 6?
Oh wait, one of them's me upstairs.
So that's 5, and us 3. That makes 8.
Have to keep the.
But I only count the people who talk. There's one gone. Look, see.
Who interact, Jay?
Huh?
Who interact?
Interact?
Yeah.
Well, I know they're not talking. I know they're not talking.
What's a concurrent viewer?
It's a weird thing, isn't it? It's when you say that in an email and you kind of go, they never spoke. It's obviously, but we're so used to what's what?
What's a concurrent viewer?
Concurrent.
Hi, Jacob.
People still watching, I think, is it? Oh, Jacob, good man, fair ball. Jacob, so that means Jacob Borb Anderson now exists in the real world, according to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he just got materialized.
He just materialized, woof, out of the Ethernet. So V.
Ooh, Mr. Ford got a second job this week.
Did you
Very good. Congratulations.
Well, so you're fully vaccinated. What vaccine did you get, if I'm allowed to ask?
Yeah, of course you are.
I got not Movianto.
Moderna.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
I thought it was
Movianto is a company.
I thought it was Pfizer. Pfizer was the best one.
Pfizer and Moderna are exactly the same.
And Moderna is the best. We got Moderna.
Go Moderna. Yeah, and so no side effects. You know. And does anyone know?
Slightly sore arm. That was it. That's all we got, wasn't it?
Yeah, but nothing like I'm not dying or anything.
Uncle.
Not a cross chatter here now. So what do we? Huh?
Didn't Uncle undisclosed name get one?
Uncle undisclosed name.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. We all of our family now have had one vaccine. Well, they mightn't want to be now. So.
Laura wants to know what's your new name, Christian. What are you going by?
I changed it. I think it's still
Johnny Decahedron. You're very clever. So, oh look, that's crooked. And it's well crooked as well, isn't it? That's what's going on there now. It
nearly tippled a while ago, so maybe that's what it is.
Nearly tippled. So, see, that's when the two is cross talk like that.
Well, you went to Vanessa and then you moved your phone. So were you about to ask me something?
Oh, actually, do you know what I was going to say to people? If you want to watch a beautiful video, if you want to watch while you're waiting for mine to come out, obviously. If you're waiting, Philip Bloom, who is my mentor, I just my inspiration. That guy, he's just fantastic.
Don't keep talking.
Upscaled. It's a video by him. He put it up today called "An Upscaled Afterglow," and I'm telling you now, it's just it's not very long. It's only 5 minutes and 39 seconds, and it's a kind of he's comparing something to something else, but just the imagery. If you watched it, it's just. You're getting on my nerve now. The Latin fairies, right? No, I can't keep me. I can't keep my train of thought going because you just keep distracting me.
Talking about your new boyfriend.
No, well, Philip Bloom, but
Philip.
so an upscaled afterglow, very short, but just beautiful and an inspiration. And I left him quite a gushy message. I don't normally message on people's things at all, but I just had to say how good it was.
Scarlet for your
And
mouth,
he said he loved my comment.
Did he?
Yeah. I didn't think he'd see it because he gets a serious amount of
How much
comments.
did he say?
You know,
Did he respond to you?
he just loved it, which is enough for me.
He gave it a heart, like.
Yeah.
That's a like.
Philip loved.
Oh,
It said loved.
Oh.
See, I can like or love a comment.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So I tend to because I do love. It's nice that you can love the comments, you know.
Only the
But
person who made the video can love them.
oh really?
Also,
Well, who else?
if they're loved by the person who made it, they go like to the top of the
I don't ever remember Roisin on the Late Late Show talking so much to you.
You're gonna have to speak up because I can't hear you in the mic. Anyway, right. Can we get serious?
AZ.
Now? Can we get
Mr. Ford got AZ
AstraZeneca.
and his wife works, or his partner is Miss
works? Yeah,
Works.
for Pfizer.
for Pfizer.
No side effects.
Yeah, very good.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Nice emojis, yeah. Laura says 8 on my screen.
People
7.
watching.
People coming and going, Laura. People coming and going, but that's the nature of the
beast.
That's the nature of this. But anyway, so go and watch that, and I tell you, just so simple, but just so
The way you like it.
beautiful. Yes,
Simple.
just so beautiful. I'm telling you, it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. He's a genius, absolute genius. He does great videos. Very interesting guy. Same age as me.
Is he?
He's just turned 50. Just turned 50 now. Yeah. So happy birthday, Philip Bloom. You're a legend.
That's blooming awesome.
Yep. So what do you have to talk about, Vanessa?
Laura said, what? And just dropped out.
Did we? We're back again. Did you miss much?
Mm.
Didn't tell us we dropped out. Didn't tell us we dropped out.
No, it didn't.
Could be you, Laura. Could be you. Unless anyone confirms that it was us. What do you want to talk about, Faye?
I don't mind anything at all.
I
You
have
know
something.
me.
I have something to talk about.
The dynamic range.
Quiet. You're not here.
What do you have to talk about?
Right. It's another one of my conspiracies.
Oh, sweet virgin.
Yes, another conspiracy. Must be me. Yeah, I think it was you, Laura. Because we have a little thing here that tells us, not him, another different thing, that tells us that we cut out. Okay, you're going to have to bear with me on this. So Mr. Ford says, all good here, no drop. So it's definitely yourself, Laura. So, now, if your mother starts yawning and you start yawning on that side of me, right? So, here's my conspiracy theory, right? Now, so, are you listening? What's now you're gonna have to use your brains, right?
Okay.
You're gonna have to use your brains on this.
My brain is.
Everyone's gonna have to use their brains,
Right,
right?
go on.
So, okay, and I'll help you. I'll give you hints and prompts and stuff like that as well, right? I'll give you hints and prompts. So, what is the ongoing issue in the world at the moment around the financial situation? But it's been going on for a long time, pre-COVID.
I don't know what you mean.
More specific.
Well, you know the way you have recessions and what's happening?
Economy-wise.
Yeah, so yeah, with the economy. Thank you. Yes, that's what I meant, the economy. You'll probably get this. What's been going on with the economy? Crickets.
You know I'm not into that.
Come on now, what's going on? What's going on with the economy?
I don't know.
What's been going on with the economy? What was the last big thing that happened to the economy? What's the last?
Fresh.
The crash. The
Yeah.
crash. Well
What
done.
about it?
So when did the crash happen?
9 years ago.
I think it's longer than that. I think it's longer than that one.
Was it?
2008.
Was it not?
So
2008.
13
It was
years
2008, right? Hmm?
Hmm?
And what happened?
the world
Wasn't
financial
people
global
pulling
issue.
their money out of the banks and all?
There's no money left in the banks.
Well, no, but there was a big implosion with basically the financial markets and all like that, right?
Okay.
Wasn't there?
Yeah.
And so, okay, so that's the first part of the puzzle. Now, how did they get out of that?
No idea.
They take loans.
No. Well, what did the governments do?
I don't know.
What did they do? What did they do? Come on, what did the governments
I don't
do?
know.
How did they help the banks and
they bought out the banks, or
well, they
bought
out the banks, but what else did they do?
Mm.
What else did they do?
Well, they didn't build houses.
I'll give you a clue, right? It begins with a Q.
You asked a question.
No.
Um,
Quantitative easing? No?
I was thinking that, yeah.
Quantitative easing, right?
It was right on my tongue.
So the Americans did it. So what's quantitative easing?
You tell me,
It's when
and
you
I'll tell you if you're right.
quantitate the ease.
Yeah, so
Ease the quantities.
no, what basically what they did was, if you imagine the financial situation, right, is gears. Imagine the whole financial network of banks and all like that, and everything's all gears. They ground to a halt. So what the government did was they printed.
You're gonna lose the subscribers.
The governments printed money and pumped money into the system, right? And what they did was it's called quantitative easing. So they basically filled the system with money. So every month the American Fed and Britain and all that, what they did is, and the EU had started eventually. What?
Would that not cause hyperinflation?
Oh.
That's actually
You're kind of getting close. You're getting close. Hey, he's bright. And anyone at home can not miss much. so okay. So what happened then was they pumped money in. So what happens when you pump money into the markets? What happens? You said it there. Inflation. But what actually happened? No, it didn't. It didn't.
People didn't buy into
It
it.
It didn't. What did it actually do?
Crashed.
It just made more money or something.
Yeah. What they did was they eroded the value of money. Right? So they didn't cause, well, inflation is where basically your money buys less, right? But what happened was house prices didn't really go up. Interest rates.
No, 'cause our house hasn't
So what did they do with interest rates? What did they do? So it didn't work, right? So the quantitative easing, you were pumping money into the markets, and it didn't work. So what did they do then?
Wait, so did they just make more money but not make the prices change?
Yeah, well,
they physically they drowned the market with cash, did they?
Well, what they did was, you see, they gave the banks more money, right?
I don't recall getting any more.
So
cash.
the thing is, I'm the government. I produce more money, and I give you, the bank, the money. You, in turn, give it to the business owner, who basically starts building houses or making cars, right? And that's what they do. He creates jobs, and then because he's created jobs, people want to buy houses and buy cars and go on holidays, right? So this is, but it didn't happen. None of it happened, right? So basically, what they did was they did this quantitative easing. And we did recover, like we have recovered, but we're in a better situation than we were. But the problem is now, it's like anyone who has. What was the next thing they did? What's the next thing they did? And you were kind of hinting at it. If you have savings in the bank, is that good or bad for you at the moment?
It was bad.
Well, there's no
No,
inflation.
they can't take the money. So what? Yeah. So what does that mean? What did they
You're
do?
not making
What
that
did
on
no?
your
What
money.
did what
You
did
were
the
losing
what
money.
after quantitative easing? What did the governments do then?
Start taxing everyone.
No, because they can't do that, because that would have the opposite effect.
Was it minus? What's the
Interest.
minus interest?
Yes, well done. Your 11-year-old is showing you up in this.
I have no interest. in
Yeah.
this.
So what happened then was the quantitative easing didn't work, right? So there was all this money knocking around, but no one wanted it.
Dad, I have a question.
Of course.
So is minus?
Do you want to sit here, Christian?
What's the name of the thing again?
Interest rates.
Yeah. So with the minus interest rates, instead of you getting say 1 cent a year, you'd be losing 1 cent a year.
Well, what happened was they started to drop the. Now we're it's good for us because we have a tracker mortgage, right? So it suits us. So the thing is, so what they did was they started to drop the interest rates, right? And the reason they dropped the interest rates was because. Why did they drop the interest rates?
Because they have to give people less money.
No, stop people saving.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, if you've really good interest rates, what you do. So what happened was the quantitative easing, they gave all the money to the people, and the people took the money and basically stuck it in the bank. So it ended up going back, because basically the government is the ultimate banker, right? So the money basically went back. The money went back, right?
And went nowhere.
Yeah. So what's happened? What's happened then?
People aren't spending.
No, we have deflation. So Japan is struggling with this, right? That Japan. See, the governments want around 2 to 3% of interest, or they want inflation every year, around 2 to 3% every year, right? And I'll tell you why that is. But what they want, that's what they want every year. They want a certain level of, because what happens then is it just makes people feel better. Wages go up. That's why, like, your great grandfather earned £1 a week, and now people earn £1,000 a week. You know, because this inflation thing, right? So that's what they want to do. So they started to drop the interest rates to encourage people to take their money out of the bank and stop saving it. Now what have they done? You said it there earlier. What have they done now? What have they done on the banks? What has the ECB and all that done?
Penalised them.
Oh, they've gone negative. So basically they're saying to them, if you lodge money with us, because you see at the end of the day, what the banks do is they put their money back into the central bank. So they're saying, if you put that money back with us, we're going to charge you. And you see, they're kind of going, well, that's not going to work. So the whole idea is what they want to do is push the money out of the banks into people's pockets to get them spending. Because when people start to spend, it creates
inflation.
Inflation. It creates inflation, right? And then, so then that means then things like houses will go up and cars will go up and people's wages will go up and all that. And that's what happens, right? And they can't get that to work. But recently, prices for things like steel and timber and so on have started to go up.
Why has petrol and diesel gone so high?
Wow. Why? Why has it gone up, you see? So, but what has caused the increase in timber and wood and all these things?
The planet.
Planet what?
The pot.
No, what happened recently?
Corona.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, and what? How?
The price of a tree up.
Well, why do you think it has?
Because less people can go out and get them.
No.
There's less production.
Yes. So all the factories in China and everywhere were all closed. So the demand is still there for stuff, right? So they have this demand now. So the things are starting. So now prices are going to start. So we're going to be all facing into increased prices because of
COVID.
Yeah. And where did COVID come from?
China.
And how what do they think happened now? They think it was leaked from a viral laboratory. Boom! There's my conspiracy theory. So you see, the thing I think what's happened is that to get them out of trouble, right? So to get this thing going, release a virus, cause mayhem in the world in the way that they did, and it kickstarts inflation. And once the inflation gets in there,
pure conspiracy, but that makes sense.
Yeah, but there you go.
Wait, so
I'm glad you had some sort of a boom at the end, Jake, 'cause you were losing me.
You said that COVID was made in a lab.
Was made in a lab. Wuhan. You see, the thing is, they're blaming they're saying what they're saying is it came from the wet markets, but it just so happens that in China there's a big lab where they test viruses, and what they do is they test these viruses. They test them to see how to respond to things, because they're trying to understand that this virus does mutate. So they think what happened was they created some kind of mutation in the virus, and the virus got out.
And they've kind of said that since day one, and everyone just
no. What's happened? People like medical people and scientists are saying it's not right, that it's not true, but they're kind of going, it's just a fantastic coincidence.
To be fair, it sounds as right and true as somebody eating a bat
or a pangolin, because that's what they're saying. How did it go from bats to pangolins? But what's a pangolin? Yeah, it's a type of like an armadillo, I think, or something like that kind of a thing. So there you go. So what do you think? What do you think of that now, huh?
I'm an armadillo. Holiday armadillo.
No, but what do you think though? Yeah. What do you think? You could just see someone somewhere saying, "Do you know what?
I'm very glad your 10-minute ramble was for a good reason, but it actually makes sense. And Christian's quite clever.
The best conspiracies always do,
isn't he?
the grassy knoll. You know?
What do you mean by that?
Who shot JFK?
I just realised something.
Well,
Like, I thought the governments were bad, but now they're like evil. Like, I thought they like.
no, they're not.
And
Well,
they just started a global
I'd
pandemic.
say stupid more than evil. So is that it? That's it? That's it then, is it? That's it?
I have a thing to say.
Yeah, go on.
You know the way you were talking about the assassination of JFK?
Well, I didn't talk about it, I just mentioned
You
it.
said
You mentioned the grassy knoll.
Yeah, apparently, when it first happened, the Soviet Union, like the government in the Soviet Union, was going crazy because it had gotten so out of hand. They didn't know who did it. They were like asking all their agents if it was them. Like they had no idea if it was them or not, because all the agents kind of just started doing their own thing.
No, they think it was the mafia, and the mafia did it because basically JFK double crossed them. That's what the and what's his name was Patsy, you know. So but there you go.
What's a Patsy?
Patsy, he was he probably did shoot him, but he was probably someone else who shot him as well or something like that. So, but you never see the whole thing is about how he was shot and stuff like that. But you saw that thing with the way bullets can ricochet. Anyway,
Yeah.
so there you go. So that's my view. I think the whole COVID thing is a conspiracy theory to basically create create inflation. You know, because they can't get themselves out of this cycle of negative inflation. Because I have been talking about. Excuse me, because our house is a tracker mortgage, at the back of my mind is always kind of going, if the interest rates of the ECB go up, our mortgage goes up with it, right? So at one stage, the ECB were dropping it by 0.25% month in, month out, and our mortgage was tracking down with it. And it's gotten to a certain point where our interest rate is like we're still paying an interest rate in it. But the bank who loaned us the money are no longer paying interest on that money, right? So, but what people are doing, because people got such a scare in the collapse of what they're doing, is they're all putting their money, paying off their debt, putting their money away, and no one's prepared to get back in trouble again. And you see the system relies on it, so all the money is going into, where's it going? What's booming at the moment?
ECR?
The stock market.
Oh.
You see, so people are basically, instead of saving their money where they're making no return, they're taking all their cash and putting it into the stock market. And because there's so much money going in, it's creating this demand. And of course, what's that going to do?
Are they buying orange?
What's it going to do?
When they come for you.
What's it going to do? What's it going to do?
Bad boys,
What's it going to do?
You don't know.
It's going to cause another bubble. It's going to cause another bubble. So you see, the first big collapse was the property. The next big one is going to be the stock market, and we'll be back into another cycle of recession. So we're rightly,
You know, like loads of people started investing in GameStop, so they became, I think it was like the richest business like ever for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And it caused this big stock market panic, because what happened was all the rich business guys who were trading with each other ended up losing power over the stock market, and it went mental.
That's not quite right. They were betting against the company, and they get locked in. You see, the thing is, they got locked in. That's what's it called? They were
You were talking about that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, what's it called?
I remember.
When they do that, hedging.
Yeah, but they also do a thing where they wait for the things to get to the absolute height of it, and then they tell all their friends to sell their things so the prices drop.
It's insider trading.
Yeah, it's no. I see that it's not. I see that it's insider trading if you know something secret, and then but what they were doing was basically saying that the economics of a company are not good and the company's going to fail. So there's this company that's betting against Tesla. But Tesla keeps doing well, so that they hold a position in that they borrowed the shares and they have to pay someone for the use of these shares, and then so you have to place a kind of deposit, and then what happens then is as the company starts to climb and you're in a worse position, you have to basically increase your deposit because it's an insurance thing against it. But anyway, there you go.
Right, so Laura said, my first week's wage was £2.50. Supply and demand. And Mr. Ford said, Laura, you're showing your age. Laura says, I told you I was ancient. And then Mr. Ford said to you, sounds good, that, Jay.
Yeah.
And then Philip Knight asked,
What are you drinking?
What are you drinking?
It looks like a bottle of Heineken, but it's actually something else.
And then Jacob,
it's pure distilled COVID.
Jacob, obviously talking about the JFK thing, said Defo 2 shooters.
Yeah.
Laura said Christian is a brainy boy.
And ECB, European Central Bank. Is that a question, or are you just saying it? So ECB is the European Central
No,
Bank.
because you were saying, what are they going to do? And what are they going to do? That's what we were trying to answer.
So
belly
pork bellies
is
go
on-
up in price. Yeah, very good. Yeah, so things like commodities, but that's what's happening. See, so the thing is, people we're not aware, but all the money being ploughed into the. So it in itself, it's like the whole tulip speculation thing, and that people are putting money into shares, which creates demand for shares, which drives up the price. But not only that, massive companies, right, that are very clever. What they do is they do a share buyback. So say I have 100 shares out there, the value of the shares is say €1 each, right? But at the end of the year, when I make my profits, instead of giving you a dividend, what I do is I take the profits and buy back the shares. That means then there's fewer shares, which drives up the price. And then at the end of the year, I kind of go, well, the share price has gone from €1 a share to €2 a share. And as the CEO, I did that. And then they kind of, great, here's a huge bonus. It's all a big fix. It's all a big con.
Like trading places. What was it they were buying? Frozen orange or something like that?
Pork bellies.
Pork
And
belly.
frozen continent traded
Yeah.
orange juice, yeah, and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so there you go. So I just wanted to kind of get that off my chest as my conspiracy theory as to what's going on at the moment. And yeah, we'll see. So these things all go in cycles. Anyway, you know. So pandemics are all on a 100-year cycle. So there you are.
Thank God we won't be around to see the next one.
You're probably out of focus.
Yeah, I'm not really bothered. I'm sure they can still see the big blob that I am.
Don't say that. So there you go. So Vanessa, for the next 29 minutes, everyone's going, oh, is it that long? Do you want to? Do you have something you want to talk about then? Anything you want to talk about?
29 minutes.
I don't really. The most exciting thing that's happened to me this week is getting me wheels today.
Tires. Okay, you got tires.
Wheels.
You didn't get wheels. You already have wheels.
No tires then.
Tires. You got new tires. Okay, that's riveting. Anything else?
Oh, we got all the baby stuff down out of the attic.
Yeah.
Jay has put the cot and the crib together tomorrow.
Laura says you're gorgeous.
Ah, thanks, Laura. So are you.
So that's it then, is
That's
it?
it. Like, that's literally the extent of everything that I have to do. That's the extent of my week.
I can be around today. It's just I'm not on screen.
What do you want to talk about? Come on.
That's what Mum would do. But
What do you want to talk about?
Is there something I should be?
Well,
wanting
they
to
see
talk
this
about?
is the thing now that ticks me off, right? This is the thing that gets me going. What happens is that I'm talking about a conspiracy theory and I'm talking about financial situations and leverage and this, that, and the other stuff and everything, and I get told I'm being boring, and then I turn around and I say to you, "What do you want to talk about?" And you're going, "Nothing."
But that's why we work.
No, you can't shut me up and then say I'm being boring
I
and
didn't
then
shut
not
you
have
up.
nothing better to say. You did.
How did I shut
You were
up?
implying that I was like boring people.
You probably were.
I was not. I'm a very interesting person.
Well, I know that.
Well.
Interesting looking.
I tell you now. We're down to 6 concurrent viewers. People are leaving in
That's your
droves.
fault.
Look,
We have 9
people.
before we
Look.
started talking about
We can see the chart here, and the chart is it's coming back up now. It's again.
Everybody
See,
leave and
someone
join
went
back
off for a
on
cup
my
of tea.
dad.
Someone went off for a cup of tea. So, what do you want to talk about, Christian?
You know what? Let's have
I
a
look up my
silence
list.
game. Let's play
I'm
a
going to look up my
silence
list.
game. Okay.
I'm look.
put your list.
Thanks, Laura. Laura, you're just too nice. You're just too
Lauren
nice,
is very nice.
isn't she?
Very nice.
I'm going to
lady.
look up my list. You're
Very,
leaving
very
me.
charming.
You're leaving me.
That is Will.
You're leaving me
I
desperate.
will.
Listening to Father Stone.
Who's Father Stone?
Like, who's Father Stone?
Is that father? Maybe it's not like Frank or something.
Do you want to tell them about going away last weekend? What we did?
I want to do list.
All right.
That's how I booked the list. Now I'm going to do
Well, I think I've asked this one before. Is bum a swear word?
No.
No, it's a bum, not.
Ha! Giant couscous. Discuss.
Really? Giant couscous.
Yeah, that's what I have down here, right?
It's giant.
Giant. Discuss giant. Giant couscous. Discuss
Oh,
it.
sweet
First of all, what's
You're-
couscous?
What's couscous?
It's a type of pasta.
Couscous.
Oh, sounds
Go
nice.
on. Discuss giant couscous, B.
So is it?
I make it for Daddy. I boil it up and use it as a salad, and it's actually really nice and really tasty and very filling. You can't buy it everywhere though.
Are we not supposed to pick a number? Dad?
There's only a few
No, because then I just no.
places you can buy it, and Jason quite likes it. Now, do you know what I'll actually ask?
Huh? Oh, ooh.
Annual producer question.
Yeah, no,
Thanks, Laura.
we were discussing new potatoes earlier on. Does anyone ever? I'm starting to get worried now. What was my ma feeding? Does anyone ever
Yeah, this is not
remember
right. This is not right.
new potatoes when they were mashed having like a stringy texture to them?
She was putting cheese or something.
Yeah,
in
Nanny
it.
has that in her ones. I always notice that she's got stringy bits
Yeah.
in the spuds.
See, I told you. I told you. She's not putting cheese in it
She's
because
got
There's
she's
something she's putting in
Spuds.
it. That's not right. That's not right. I've never, ever,
Probably
ever.
like tiny bits of skin.
I've never, ever. Unless she's putting the skin through it and mashing the skin
no,
in it.
she's not.
Well, then I don't know what she. I think
See,
she's putting something
inside
weird
the
into it.
spud.
No, I've never, ever, ever
But
heard
it's like
of it.
it's like oh.
No, no,
It's
no,
so
don't, no,
handy
don't.
because it's like
No, do you know why?
juice coming
No,
out
don't.
of
No,
it.
stop. Because you know what? If you overthink eggs, you'll never eat eggs again. And I got into a phase of overthinking hens' eggs, and then all of a sudden, then I was slightly giving myself a bit of a
What's a
complex.
hen's egg? What's a hen's egg?
A chicken's egg,
I can't focus on that. My eyes gone all blurry.
a chicken's egg.
What's it say?
Be your nan and mental.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
Farmers do it over the counter. Full price potatoes. Yes,
Howdy, folks.
new potatoes. So
Yeah, new potatoes.
the people, does everyone get the reference of new potatoes? Did people know what the
New
reference?
season potatoes. isn't
Yeah,
it?
new season potatoes. We got some. I bought some the other day, and you buy them. So in Ireland, there's a county in Ireland called Wexford, which in Irish is Loch Gorman. Loch Gorman, named after.
Big lock that's down there.
No,
a man called Mr.
there was
Gorman.
a thief, and they drowned him in a loch, and they named it. They
Oh,
named
yeah,
the county
you told
Gorman,
me that,
right?
you
Yeah.
told me that.
Anyway,
Jesus.
so in Wexford, it's the sunny southeast in Ireland. It's like basically the southeast corner of Ireland. It's the equivalent of that kind of southeast sunny where you can grow grapes and stuff in the UK, right? That's that. It's the Irish equivalent of that, except the weather isn't as good because we're that much further west and north. So anyway,
It is nice though. The weather does be nice down there.
so they grow spuds and fruit and veg and all that kind of stuff. And what they have is on the side of the road, they have all over the place. Now they've spread out of Wexford, but what they have is they have converted horse boxes, and the horse boxes then sell strawberries and new potatoes and veg and all that kind of stuff. And you can buy juice and things like that. It's pretty cool. So every year in the spring up till the summer, they have this thing of selling strawberries. And well, I bought a couple of tubs of strawberries. They're beautiful. They're really, really nice. They're way better than what you buy in a supermarket. And I bought spuds. But the amazing thing is the spuds come clean,
Dirty.
but still dirty.
Yeah.
Isn't it? They're not that kind of spotlessly clean that you get out
Being
of a
through a
supermarket.
power washer.
But you do have to wash them. But they're amazingly tasty. That's the thing. Dealer told me today McCallum we delivered in 2 to 3 months late.
Sorry to hear
That
that.
is sickening.
So he came on here to depress himself completely.
That is sickening.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Yeah, that's very sickening. Ours was on time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, it was early, wasn't it? So there you go. Early because they were trying
Do
to
you rub my
get
hair
it out of the factory. I'd say. Oh, there you go. You can talk about the fridge.
No.
Talk about the fridge,
No.
B.
Wow.
Spuds can be a delicacy. They can, beautiful. And Christian had a huge thing of and they're so versatile. Chipped, mash, baked, roasted. Did you tell people about the roast
Gratin.
potatoes you made me during the week, did you?
They're baked potatoes.
Baked potatoes. Did you tell people about them? And what else did you do, literally? Oh, I asked. Oh. So we were in the camper, right? And we were away. And I forget sometimes how literal Vanessa is, right? In that I do have to spell things out to you sometimes, don't I? I do, right? So Vanessa was making breakfast.
I don't assume.
No, come on. It's kind of like
No, but
No,
first of all, give them the background to the fact that you're supposed to be
No,
on a
it'd be like if I said, "Can I
diet.
have a bowl of cereal?" and you brought up cereal with no milk or a spoon.
No,
right?
no.
It's that kind of
No,
literalness. It's kind of going, "Oh, what is it? That's a bowl of cereal. Where's the milk? You didn't ask for milk. You just said a bowl of
but to
cereal.
be
Can I have a
fair-
spoon? There is no spoon."
What was it like?
Are you or are you not supposed to be on a diet this week? And did you or did you not tell me that all you're going to eat during the day was cereal, and then in the evenings you were going to have your dinner? Did you or did you not tell me that?
Like, of course.
No. That's not the way it works for you, because you've done this before. Where
Am I telling the truth or not, though?
you've done this. You've said so,
Whether I'm telling the truth or not, or whether I am telling the truth, but whether you believed what you actually, the horse shite that came out of your own mouth or not.
Don't swear on the podcast.
Jason, answer the question being asked.
What was the question?
Did you or did you
She's
not
given
say
out so
that?
much I can't remember. What?
Did you or did you not say that you were just going to have
Yes,
cereal during the
I was.
day? Yeah,
And
okay.
I have been.
Okay, so
Sort of.
my assumption was that you were going to have in your. My assumption was that you were going to have a small light breakfast when we were away, right?
We never
So-
have small like breakfasts
No,
in
we
the van.
don't. But you're never really on a diet when we're in the van. So you're never really on the diet anyway.
It's a diet-ish.
So
Diet-ish.
you said to me, "What's for breakfast?" And I said, "Well, I have sausages."
Oh,
And you were like,
no. Don't go giving it your version. Go on anyway, go on.
"Oh,
Go
I
on
can only give my
Go
version."
on and go on.
Alright.
Mom says
Go
her
on.
version first,
But this is a
Alright.
pack of lies.
Mom says her version first, and then you say your version, and
So,
I'll say what actually.
I said, I brought sausages, and you were like, I said I can give you a fried egg or something like that. And you went, "Is there scrambled eggs?" And I went, "Yeah, but you can't have toast because it's too awkward to make." So you asked for scrambled eggs.
No.
The sausages got completely forgotten about.
No.
So I ended up having scrambled egg myself, but I wanted sausages, but I was trying to keep you on your diet, so I sacrificed my sausages.
No, because you see, the thing about it is, you said to me that I want sausages, right? So I didn't say no. I didn't say no. So basically, by implication, I was saying yes to the sausages. But what I said was, are there eggs? Right? Are there? And the thing is,
scrambled
it
eggs?
wasn't. I didn't say it, but it was, are there eggs? Also, right? Also, because every time we have breakfast in the van, it's always sausages and eggs and
Well,
juice
then
and
why
everything like that
did
as
you
well.
Can I
Okay,
go?
because the thing about it is, I didn't want to kind of say
Can
to
I
you,
go?
will you wait a second? I didn't want to say to you. I just wanted to kind of say, look, if you don't want to make the eggs, it's okay. But it's just as well as I said eggs, because I'd have got nothing.
You'd have got sausages.
No, because I asked for eggs and you said there was no eggs, and you'd already taken the sausages off the table. It was like, there's no eggs.
I just
So-
said to you, no, there's no eggs, you're just going to have
So
sausages.
then the scrambled egg arrived, and I was like, where's the sausages?
Hey, can I say?
Where are the sausages? You didn't want sausages.
What did you say
Why
to me
did you
afterwards?
ask me?
What did you say to me afterwards?
What?
I was right to just have something light.
I only say that stuff to be nice to you.
Conclusion.
What?
Dad, your story was the correct story.
True.
But it is a bit unreasonable that you just expected her to read your mind.
Oh. There was no
Both
mind.
stories
There was
are
no.
exactly the
There was no
same.
mind reading in
I
it.
remember
There was
having
no.
the other
I was
time.
offered sausages. I asked for eggs also, and then there was no. There was no.
But you didn't say also.
No, I know I didn't.
But you said-
But
I
you'd
said to
already
you-
offered
I
sausages.
said to you sausages,
This
and
is
you
what
went,
it's like for-
"Are there eggs?" As if I don't want sausages, I'll have scrambled
This is-
egg.
No, but I wasn't
But
saying
that's-
that.
but that's the
I wasn't saying
assumption
that.
I made.
I didn't say that.
This
I was like,
is-
can I,
And you-
and is there eggs
You
also? Is there eggs
didn't
also?
say also.
No, I don't. I know I didn't say it,
Yeah.
but it was implied. Can I have eggs with the sausage?
Okay, can I
Well-
just say something?
And then you were saying to me, "Oh, well, I can't toast the bread." And I was going, "Sure, it doesn't matter. I'll be thinking I'll have me sausages and eggs. I don't care."
Can I just say something? This is.
Oh,
can
well.
I just say something? So, to be fair, Dad, you did say. So, Mom was like, so I was like, "Do you want sausages?" And Mom was like, "No." So, Mom was like, "Do you want sausages?" And then you were like, "Is there any scrambled eggs?" So, Mom must have thought that you wanted the scrambled eggs instead of sausages.
Yeah, but this is not the first time this has happened, right?
Considering the
This
first
is
time
not
this
the
week.
first time this has happened. This is not the first time. In that, what I have to stipulate to Vanessa is if she's making a conventional meal, so not something like spag bol or something like that. There has to be 3 things on the plate, right? There has to be a meat and 2 veg or something. It has to be, but it has to be 3. It can't just be because if I don't tell you, then what happens is what you've done. So like stuff has arrived, and I go, "Where's the
Where's the peas?
where's the peas? And you go, "What? So I'm just having a chop and mash." It's like, yeah, I'm like, but you can't. Like, who serves up just meat and potatoes? Like,
Me.
who? Yeah, I know.
Mum will serve you what you ask for.
And the other day when I said I was going to make a baked potato.
Oh.
And you were like, and beans?
No.
No. You did. And again, you're supposed to be on a diet.
Yes, I know. But anyway, so as part of my Irish lessons, there's a channel in Ireland called it's Coola Cahir, isn't it? It's like a kids program. And they do this, they have in Irish, they teach you how to make this stuffed baked potato. And it's beautiful, right? So, but it's given to you, your man shows you how to do it, and it's all spoken in Irish. And so I made one evening, and so basically what it is that you rub the potatoes in oil and fork them, and then you put them in the oven, and then you scoop out all the mash, and then you mix the mash with butter and mayo and tuna and sweet corn, and you make this, and salt and pepper, and you put it back in and cover it in cheese, and then stick them back in the oven, and beautiful baked potatoes, right? Yes, correct.
Well, no, I wouldn't say they're beautiful.
No. So I made them, and then you said they were nice, and then you made them. Of course,
Well,
Vanessa made them. You made them better. I'll admit
I
that.
had mine with just beans. If
Yes,
you remember.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
you
like
made,
all that.
but you made mine, and it was delicious. Did you make it twice?
Once,
was it? So right. So I've gone to all the trouble of making a baked potato through Irish lessons, right? Which was not easy, and you did it as well, right? Fair ball to you. Then you went and made the baked potato, right? And how many do we eat baked potatoes? Are we a big baked potato eating kind of family? No, very seldom, isn't it? Very seldom. So then Vanessa said to me, "What would you like for your dinner?" And I was like, because I'm on my diet, I was like, I don't know. And then you said, "Would you like a baked potato?"
Yeah, and you said, and beans.
And because baked potatoes with beans are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, but I meant a baked potato with the tuna in it, right? It's just through implication.
Right, but listen,
I shouldn't have to spell it out to you.
You're on a diet, right? And you're talking about putting in cheese and mayonnaise and sweet corn and tuna and everything into a baked potato, loading it up with calories.
Yes.
But you're on a
but
diet.
That's not the point. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is I made it the way I made it. Then you made it again, and it was nicer, I have to admit. It was much better than the way I made it, right? And then you said to me, "Would you like a baked potato?" The whole thing is the implication is in there. The same way the sausages were like, "Would you like sausages?" Yes.
I can see
Are
are
there eggs? Not can I have eggs instead? It's are there eggs? Because the sausages are already agreed to. That's like it makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I'm right.
Of course you
Right,
are.
let's read some of the comments. Okay, let's see what the guys are up to. Okay. Okay, we missed a lot of comments. How long were we ranting for? Okay.
The lads weren't even listening to us.
Okay. Oh, how far back? Okay, there's potatoes, right? Spuds can be a delicacy, right?
Love them.
At least it will be MY22. My 22?
New Year's 22, I think it's supposed to be.
Is it? I'm not sure. You'll have to confirm that.
Pharmacist Stuart over the counter was talking about not having his.
No, his reg, his van. Oh, yeah, very good. So, well, clearly pharmacists do it over the counter, ranting and giving it about spuds is, but yes, our commiserations. But I don't want to turn this into about the van, me giving out about our van. Although I have to say it performed very well this weekend.
Very well, yeah.
And I'll give you a tip. Pharmacists do it over the counter, right?
Don't eat yellow snow.
Don't eat yellow snow, but also when you get back from your trips and you're wrecked tired, empty out the van. Do what we do. We empty out the van when we come in. We've kind of learned
Religiously now, isn't
clean it, get it all ready inside. So that way then when we go away again, we can just hop back in. Now you're kind of not in the mood to do it. And sometimes we come back and say we won't. And even when we do get back tired and late, we do tend to. So the van is out there now, cleaned and ready to go. It only takes about, say, half an hour, doesn't it, to do it? But it's just a tip. It's just one of those things to have the van ready to turn around as opposed to leaving it till the next day. But obviously that's our thing, right? Let's see. But if you have them every night,
potatoes he's talking
about. Yes. Well, you see, we do because we're Irish. That's the problem, right? But don't tell the wife. Au gratin. Oh yes, very nice.
I'm not over a cream, so I don't mind them though.
Au gratin. This is cheese.
What's a square sausage?
Yeah, there's cream in them as well.
Is it? Did you ask for milk or a spoon? Both. Well, you see that, Lord. Like when you say a bowl of cereal, it's implied. It's implied that, like, if I said, "Can I have cereal?" and she comes up with like a handful of cereal, what did you do?
I made you toast for your breakfast.
Oh yeah, she says to me, "Would you like a cup of coffee and some toast?" And I said, "Yeah, with honey."
Yeah.
And then you come in.
As I was walking in, I went, "Did you want butter as well?"
Yeah. Now I probably shouldn't. I mean, I am fairly heavy. You're dead right. You're dead right. But I think the thing is, we need to figure out the language because. When you're hungry and you think you're going to get a sneaky baked potato that's full of stuff, you're like going, where's the sausages?
But you see, every time you pat that belly, you go.
I know, yeah, but it's your fault. It is your fault.
Yeah, but now I'm trying for it not to be my fault, and I'm still getting the blame.
I know, but but it's terrible disappointing when you're hungry and you're looking forward to your sausages and your eggs. And
Did you have a beautiful dinner today?
Yes, I did. Okay.
Don't laugh.
Sausages.
You make your own.
Sausages. Where's my potatoes? Let's see. Lauren's sausages. Is that Karen's? Is it Karen's sausages? Stop.
They're the ones
just had a square sausage. Karen's, yeah. Square sausage. Yeah. Square sausages. Don't we've ever had that? Sure are, Phil. Sausages will be off the menu at the end of in Northern Ireland. Yeah, but that's some kind of jip going on up there. That's like I mean, presumably we can send sausages from the south up to them.
But sure, do you only have to cross the border into Donegal?
No, I know, but I don't. To be honest, I've been kind of tuning out of that conversation because it's so silly. But anyway. You know, I could just see that, and do you know what the gas thing is? I think that it could turn nasty, you know, because obviously it stands for something else. The sausages are just a proxy. Are they Scottish? Lauren, sausages yummy. Yes, Scottish. Oh, this is fun. Okay. Potatoes. Dave Morrison, square sausage with tatty scone bread on a morning roll. Heaven. Yeah. No, so could you imagine now if you're really looking forward to that now, really tasty, and then it was like you ended up with something else instead.
You got scrambled egg off a plastic plate.
Yeah, or an L poached egg or something like that with no toast. Like what? Come on, get real. Okay, so said they were nice, but not too often. That's true. Absolutely love baked potatoes. I do as well now. I have to say those baked potatoes and that tuna one. T-N-A-G and Coola Cahar. If you look up baked potato in Irish, and you'll see that some guy makes it, and it's just a lovely little recipe. And so easy to make, and so tasty, isn't it? Prati, yeah.
It was very easy to make, to be fair. It was even easier to make when you weren't putting the concoction in.
A Mickey potato cooked in the fire a wicket. What's that now? That sounds nice. A Mickey potato, yeah. See, they're very hard to cook in barbecues. I always get it wrong. I always make it bags.
I never really liked baked potatoes.
Bigger is always better, Phil. Where's this conversation going? Mickey potato. At least clean out the porta potty. Oh, yes. Yeah, and you will need a porta potty. They're a great investment, and we do clean it. Well, I have to clean it out now that the guys are using it a lot more, and but we're out of chemical. Actually, we have to go for a trip tomorrow to get some more chemical. Yeah, so the old porta potty. I agree. Strip out the van on return makes life easier. Yeah, absolutely. And because I went out to, and you must have really tidied it, did you? Because it seemed extra tidy. Yeah.
Well, I did what on my spare time that I had because I wasn't making sausages.
That's what I was thinking.
To say that isn't really
Go on.
related to the conversation.
We're almost out of time.
So,
Big dip there. What happened there?
I don't know.
People are going because we were giving out.
You know the way, I don't know if this is right, but you know the way you've got the little like pink things in the corner of your eye.
Yeah,
like
your
that?
tear ducts.
Oh, the battery's going low. Look what happened there. I charged the battery.
Yeah, but apparently
We could cut out.
part of it is actually from like, you know, the way lizards and all have like basically wind wipers, the way things go over their eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently that used to be part of
They
that.
would be handy, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I like those Irish black sausages. Oh yeah, that's black pudding. Right, look, I've just copped. For some reason, the battery's gone dead. So we're about to run out of time. So we better log off because what'll happen is it'll cut out and the whole thing's powered by that battery.
Okie dokie.
So we better go. But thank you very much for listening to our ranting and raving. We'll catch you on the flip side. Now I'm worried. Now you're worried about what? So you have me worried. We'll thank you very much again for everybody. So slán go fóill agus don't forget to come back. The next we've a few more weeks left on us before Vanessa pops.
2 weeks.
So that's the thing. So that's it. So Sinead, because I thought I charged that battery, but I mustn't have.
No, maybe I didn't plug it in. Okay, thank you very much.
What's that?
And we see you all next week.
See you guys. Yeah, I'll head back to the start. Yeah, good man. Right, so we'll see you. And look out for the video of Kilkenny. It's very nice. Very long though, unfortunately.
Watch
Although
it
it's
in
lovely.
installments.
It's lovely. Yeah, no, it's over 3 days. It's not like it's anyway. So see you guys. Thanks a million. Yeah. Thanks, night and slán.
Bye.
Ihawa, say Vanessa.
Ihawa.
Ihawa, guys. Slán. I'm
Wait, I
gonna
wanna
end.
do. No, wait. Let me.
It's gonna cut out.
Ihawa.
Ihawa. Right. I'm gonna end the stream. Although it doesn't end when I do this, and I say this every time. Now it's gonna end.